Right, guys, we're going to talk about domains quickly, but I don't want you to get bogged down in this at this point because it's a little bit harder to understand than when you're only using one membership, right? So it would be obvious here. So if I use Adwick ASC, this is a club my dad's a coach at, been a coach for 40 years, and it's a club that currently still use a book on membership prices and have got a spreadsheet somewhere, I think. So this is a reason I want to use this as an example. I'll keep coming back to Adwick because if nobody else watches this trading, then I hope it helps them. But you would think when it says domain, use adwickasc.co.uk, right? And you of course can, but with this, it's $30 a month membership per user. So if you've already got coach at adwickasc.co.uk as an email address, and then team at and Mary at, if you've already got 7 or 8 emails for this domain, you're not going to want to use it. You may move towards more users in the future, but you can't have an email that's already set up, team at adwickasc.co.uk, and then use Zoho Mail as admin at adwickasc.co.uk. You can't split where your emails come from. So you have to create a domain for the Zoho part itself. Don't get too hung up on it. I will explain it further as we go on. You can put your main domain in there. When we come to set up emails, I'll show you how to do it differently. But for me, what I'm going to do, so I'm happymesports.com. I don't have any other emails. I don't have any other. I don't have any plans to make other people an email address. I'm just going to send out happymesports.com through this domain. So I'm going to register. And if you haven't got a domain, you need to register anyway. So I'm going to register happymesports.com, right? Search for it. Happy Me Sports is available. You might also want to buy the .co.uk depending where you are. So I'm going to add it. I recommend GoDaddy. I've never had a problem with GoDaddy. You can get cheaper versions, cheaper domains everywhere else, but for me, GoDaddy works. I'm going to turn everything off. I don't need to pay anything extra. I'm going to just do it for 1 year. £11 and complete purchase. So that is me going. I just check. I spelt it right. Happymesports.com. So now I have registered it. GoDaddy is going to ask me if I want to sign up for a free web builder. Don't do it. You don't need to at this point. We don't need to ever, really. No offense, GoDaddy. And it's going to add that to my domain list. So anyway, so now I've bought happymesports.com. So I'm going to put in happymesports.com, right? And add. So now what I have to do is verify that I own happymesports.com by adding this verification, and because I've just bought it, I will verify it later because it may take a while to show up. Oh no, it's there, but maybe the DNS is not. Sorry, so then you go to your domain list, you're going to come down and go to manage DNS, and in here you are going to verify that you own that domain. Upload to the file. If you've got a website, you upload this file. You're having trouble with DNS method. Download a verification file. Okay, so this is what I want to do because I don't have a website on that. If you've got a website, you can upload a file, but I would do it this way anyway. So name, host, alias, CNAME. So you're going to put in this, right? So I'm going to go add CNAME. Let me go back to start because that might have been a bit flaky. In GoDaddy or wherever you are, you're going to pick out your domain name, right? Then you're going to go and do manage DNS. However, on your domain service, you get to DNS, you're going to manage, and then you're going to add a CNAME. You're going to pick here a CNAME. You're going to put ZB15. You're not going to put that. You're going to put whatever it tells you to put, right? And then I'm going to put verify. You don't necessarily have to change this. I just change it to 6 minutes and save it, right? I've added that. Now I'm going to tell Zoho 1 that I own it. Hopefully it works first time. Sometimes it takes 5 or 10 minutes for that information to take if you've just bought it. Now, if you've owned that for a while, you might be alright, because the DNS part, even though this is saying that it's happy, currently it may not be. So I'll just try it again a few more times. Come on. I'm guessing I did it correctly, right? So this is just a flaky bit that you have to, a funky bit that you have to do first. Step by step. Yeah, whenever you do stuff with this, you're always questionable whether it'll work or not. You can verify it later, but I want to get through it. And I want to see that, I want to show you that I have problems too. It's not like I fly through it and it's 100, everything works. So I'm going to try this text message now. So like I do a host, alias, text, I'll leave it blank or add at, and then I add this. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to add a text, txt. I'm going to put in the host at, put in that value, and I'm just going to save it, right? So now that's there. Will that one work? No. Come on. It's a question of how quick GoDaddy can update this information. I'm going to pause and I'll let you know how long it takes. Alright, so it's not verified yet. 5 or 6 minutes later, I'm going to come back to it. If you've owned your domain that you're using for a while, it probably verified quickly. The domain being GoDaddy, it may not be set up. It's also a Saturday afternoon, so that may be a slowed process. I'll just try it one more time. Try this one more time. And anybody who's used domain verification know it's always a little bit of a pain, but we can come back and do it later, and I will come back and do it later. There'll be a video below here showing you how to do it later, right? So I'm going to click I will verify later. Right, now we're on to next lesson, applications and choosing applications.